The entire bull market, there has been a topic that people have been arguing about and wrestling over, deciding what is a good investment in crypto. And in today's video, I'm going to address that and give you my thoughts on what is a proper investment and what I think is a mistake a lot of people might be making that's going to come back to bite them in the butt. It has to do with old coins, or what some people would call dinosaur coins. Are they still worth investing in, or are they wasting your time and money? Should you only be focusing on brand new projects? We're going to dive into that, and I'm going to give you my thoughts. So first, make sure you smash the like button if you love the channel. And if you're new here, please consider hitting that subscribe to get everything you need to know, up-to-date information to make sure you're making the best investment choices possible in this volatile crypto market. But before we get into the details of the video, we got to roll the intro. All right, I want to start off, before I get too much further in the video, I want to make sure people understand when we talk about old projects and new projects, the first thing before we get into any details is that there will be old projects that will die. There will be new projects that promise great returns and will die. There is no such thing as a 100% foolproof strategy. In fact, I'm going to make a prediction. I don't know which one it'll be, but there's some coin, probably multiple coins out there that everyone in the market is super bullish on right now that will end up being enormous disappointments a year from now. That's why we also preach diversification. You don't put all your eggs in one basket hoping for great returns. You spread them out for the just in case. In the same breath, there are some coins right now that not many people are high on whatsoever. It's a very small amount that people like them, and that coin is going to come out of nowhere and surprise people. You never know with crypto markets. This is still very early stages in the grand scheme of things. Crypto is just beginning. It's only 15 years old if you're counting Bitcoin. We got a long way to go. But let's get into a thought that I think is pretty destructive. It is going to cost a lot of people a lot of money. And that thought is, if a cryptocurrency was around in the past bull market, or it has age to it, that it is no longer viable, and it is something you should not be investing in. Let's kind of get into some details here. I want to start off just by going to CoinMarketCap and talking about this thought. First of all, when we look just in the top 10 alone, there really are no new projects. I think the newest one on here, Toncoin, when did it first get created? I actually need to take a look here. It was created way back, if I can scroll there we go. It was created way back in September of 2021. So Toncoin, the newest coin within the top 10, it was around for the last bull market, but in reality, it kind of got its start at the very top of the bull market. It would go on to set an all-time high just a couple of months later in November, when almost everything else did as well. So with the exception of Toncoin, I want to make sure you guys understand, every single one of these other projects has been around the block for some time now. So my first thought right here is, guys, if you think that just because a coin is old, it cannot make it, we are currently made up of our top projects, the top. In fact, you have to go a while. Other than Toncoin, you have to go a while before you find a coin that was made after 2021. And so my first point is that just by looking at CoinMarketCap and looking at the top projects, this argument that old coins aren't going to make it, it's not a very good argument. But let's talk about maybe an argument that some people are going to say, hey, this is a reason why you shouldn't invest in old coins. And if we were to go all the way back, let's say to 2013, and look at the top of the bull market, yeah, there's a lot of coins, even in the top 10, that some of you have probably never heard of. You probably have heard of Litecoin, which was number 10. It has now sunk down into the 20s. But then you have coins like Omni and Peercoin and NXT, Namecoin, WorldCoin. A lot of coins on here we have never, ever heard of before. Why are they gone? Why are these dinosaur coins gone? Because there was nothing special about them. I'm getting to a point. We're going to talk about some older coins that are still around right now, but I want to make sure you guys understand the argument that most people use to say that dinosaur coins are bad investments are going back to the likes of 2013 and saying, did you see all those coins that are in the top 10, the top 20, the top 30? We don't even know what they are anymore. there was nothing special about these projects. I guarantee you, if you do your own research and you go in and you look at what they look to solve, it was nothing special. They just saw the success of Bitcoin and said, you know what? Let's create a coin as well. Kind of similar to modern day meme coins, where there's really no purpose, there's really no thought. There's just a thought of, hey, let's create something, let's get some hype, let's get the community active. We can trade with billions of dollars, but ultimately there's just no exchange of value. This isn't a long-term thing that's going to work out. Fast forward to today. There's 3 projects that I think I hear a lot of hatred on that get called old coins. They're going to be, and I'm going to focus on these 3 today, but there's a lot that going to get in this category. But number 1 is Cardano. Cardano is a hotly debated, either extremely loved or extremely hated project that a lot of people are saying it's just too old. The price is down. It cannot make it. We'll address that here in a little bit. The second one would be Polkadot. Polkadot is another one. It's still sitting at number 14, but people are saying it's just old technology, yada, 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 yada. Don't invest in it. It's too old. And the third one we're going to focus on today is still the number 1 layer 2 for Ethereum, but that's Polygon ADA. These 3 coins, and I'm not saying they're the only 3 coins, but they're ones I'm focusing on today. These 3 coins are absolutely the ones who get the most hatred from the crowd who believe that you should only be investing in new projects, leave the old ones out in the pasture to die. And I cannot disagree more with that statement. And here is the reason why. Yes, we did see way back in 2013 a lot of tokens, like I said, similar to meme coins, lose their value. But there's something about these 3 projects, Matic, Cardano, and DOT, that they are solving for problems. They are doing things that no one else is doing, and they're doing it in ways that is better than anyone else. I'm not saying that they don't have any competition, but right now, they are actually the best at what they are individually trying to accomplish. Let's start off here with Cardano, and I want to take a look at the price chart. This is the big reason that people are going after Cardano. It's because the price is back down pretty heavily from the high of this bull market. Sorry, it's definitely down from the all-time high, but even if you just go back to the 80 cents we had back in March, Cardano is down pretty significantly. It fell about 60%. Now, first of all, that's actually not anywhere near as bad as some other altcoins have fallen during this pullback over the last couple of months. But the point is, Cardano is still extremely down, not only from the highs of the bull market, but the highs of this bull market, but the highs of last bull market as well, when it was up above $3. I want to show you though something, and I've done this several times, but when people are saying that the price action being down means it is dead, I just want to show you a little history lesson of what Cardano looked like in the last bear market entering into the bull market. You had your top back in 2017. You fell down to 98% lows, had a small little rally, nothing close to the previous all-time high, dipped back down close to the lows of the bear market. Of course, COVID would get us there, but that's an anomaly black swan event. And then it would go on to have the most explosive, biggest gains of any top altcoins out there in the bull market of 2021. And I'm not saying we're going to repeat and do something like this where we rally upwards of 16,000%. But I do still think that all-time highs are still in the cards for Cardano. And simply looking at price action is not a reason to discredit that. Just kind of running through the others, Polkadot. It's not down to bear market lows, but it has had itself a nice little disappointing time, similar to what we saw with Cardano. If we were to go to Matic, same thing. Actually, Matic is back down below levels we were just at in September, but not anywhere near yet where we were back in June of 2022. But price is significantly down. So what is my point here? Well, my first point I want to make sure you guys understand is that price, whether we're talking about old coins or new coins, price is downstream from fundamentals. Are there some new coins out there? I'm not going to say there's none of them. I actually invest in a lot of new coins. But a lot of the thing that's going to push new coins into higher prices is hype, is excitement, is the potential of what could be. But ultimately, if you're talking about long-term good investments, and I'm even talking about to the end of the bull market and then beyond, what you're looking at for confidence is long-term fundamentals. If the argument is an old coin can't make it, then why the heck is Bitcoin so high? Why is Ethereum so high? These are coins that have been around for a very long time. The reason they are so high and will remain probably the top two coins for the rest of this bull market and many to come is because they have the greatest fundamentals of any cryptocurrency out there. It doesn't matter that they are old. It actually, I think, is a benefit because they've been around the block. They've been here for multiple bull markets. They know how to handle times of high volume and low volume. They know how to ride the waves of excitement and a lot of question marks about what the future looks like. They've stood the test of time. They've been battle tested, and they stand today. When we're comparing new projects to old projects, and what I'm talking about is when we compare the likes of and by the way, I love these coins, like Ondo with Jasmine and others, which Jasmine is not that new, actually. Ondo, and let's go some other new ones. T is another new one. SEI is another new one. There's a couple other new ones. My point here is that when you compare them, you can be excited about the future, but you don't know how these coins respond when there's a lot of heat, when there's a lot of fire in the kitchen. We saw in the last bull market a lot of new coins have explosive bull markets only to be prematurely tested and fail some tests and not get the same excitement that maybe some other longer-term coins got in the last 2021 bull market. My overall point here is do not invest in something because of its age. Invest in something because of its fundamentals. And when we talk about these three coins, Cardano, even yesterday, just announced a major upgrade when they're becoming the most decentralized cryptocurrency of all time. They're building the relationships and partnerships to become the ultimate world security and trustless coin out there. Meaning we're going to see it probably used for elections. We're going to be seeing it used for hospitals. We're going to be seeing it used for sensitive information that needs to be decentralized, but at the same time, not made public. Just because the price of Cardano is sitting at 37 cents does not mean the fundamentals are wrong. In fact, Cardano is solving for problems that no other coin in existence is able to solve. That is something that you invested. And when you see price down massively, it just makes it that much better of an investment. Matic. A lot of people have been saying Matic is dying. In fact, one of the things I've heard people saying a lot about Matic is that there's no users. Well, if you actually look at some numbers, they just put out an article that they're up since February 227% in daily users. But even that, I'm going to go ahead and keep going on. Let's just say the users are still super low. Matic's price is super low. Well, Matic has created a lot of relationships in the last couple of years, and I have not heard anything about those relationships going away. Have you ever heard about the company Coca-Cola? Have you ever heard about the company Disney? Those are two of the biggest partnerships for Matic, but they're only continuing to grow that list. Yes, you, the retail investor, maybe you don't like what the price is doing. Maybe you don't see Matic in the news enough to stay excited. But behind the scenes, the team is continuing to develop their code, their technology, and their partnerships. These are all three major things in building the fundamentals for long-term success. And the last one, Polkadot. Polkadot is one that people love to hate on. They've also gotten a lot of bad publicity recently for some of their marketing tactics, but all the while they're continuing to solve for some problems that no one else in the space is solving for with the interoperability. They're launching bridges between themselves and Ethereum, the largest blockchain out there for altcoins, but they're also working in partnerships with Cardano and several others to make sure that you have the ability in cryptocurrency to not have any barriers of entry just because blockchains are separate. They're solving for that problem. They're building the interoperability that is essential for the long-term success of cryptocurrency, and they're doing it in a way that is far and above anyone who's close in competition. So yes, are their prices suppressed? Yes. Are their prices super low? Yes. Are they old coins? Yes. But honestly, the trust of knowing that they've been through bull markets before and understand how to come in and out of them, the fact that they're still on the cutting edge of their respective fields and technology, these are coins that I think a lot of people who have that concept of their dinosaurs, don't invest in them, they're going to ruin their portfolios because they're only going to invest in newer, more risky projects. Now, I want to make sure you understand, I said this before, I'm not saying do not invest in newer projects. But what I will say, if you're not paying attention to fundamentals, you're going to get in trouble. There are some newer coins with amazing fundamentals, but there's a lot of old coins with even better fundamentals. Make sure you're continuing to watch who is actually the best for long-term purposes. The other risk, and I want to make sure you guys understand this, is no one talks about the risk of newer coins. They always want to talk about the hype and the excitement, but the risk of newer coins is what if everything up in this bull market so far has been solely based off of hype and not off of details whatsoever? What if people are making similar mistakes to what we did back in 2021 and back in 2017, where they invest in projects based off of what can be instead of what actually is? Those are the things that set people up for massive disappointment. If you are only investing in a coin because you've heard somebody else investing in a coin, and because there's a lot of excitement and there's a lot of price movement can come and go like this. There are times in people's history where things go up and things go down. And as I already mentioned, I want to make sure you guys understand, just because some coin goes through a time period of being boring and people are saying it's dead does not mean it's over. I showed you in the case of Cardano back in 2019 and 2020. Everyone said Cardano was dead back in December. Then COVID took prices down to lower bear market numbers. Everyone thought Cardano was finished. It would go on to be the #1 moving coin in the 2021 bull market. Then you come into a more recent thought, and this is kind of an older coin, but it's got so much movement right now that no one wants to talk about it. But are we really that short memory? Are we really that short memory forgetful that back here in December, following the FTX collapse in November of 2022, December of 2022, Solana dropped all the way to $8, and there were very few people. I bet you there was not more than maybe a couple thousand people in the entire world that thought that this coin was going to make it. The entire world thought that this coin was dead. The price was suppressed. The price was dramatically down. Even though it had a short rebound back up into the 20s, nobody thought Solana would make it. But then boom, in September of 2023, things started to change for Solana, and it shot to the upside, mostly based off of hype. But you want to know why it got so much hype and why this price exploded? It's not just because people started buying it because of hype. It's because in this period right here, between November of 2022 and over here in July of 2023, despite the fact that most people thought it was dead, myself included, by the way, the core team, the people that actually build and grow what it is, they refuse to give up. They continue to build the fundamentals. They continue to build the backbone of what Solana would be. And then boom, with a spark in October of 2023, the price action took off up into the right. And Solana has been one of the top movers of the entire cryptocurrency market. What's my point here? Just because at one point in time, there's not a lot of excitement, or there's not a lot of hype, or there's not a lot of great price movement, does not kill a coin's future. I'll tell you what kills a coin's future: when there's no fundamental basis for it to stick around. Meme coins, old projects that just wanted to copycat a previous cryptocurrency. Yes, those are things that will not make it. But when you're on the cutting edge of technology, like Solana is this year, like Cardano and Polkadot and Matic have been their entire existence and continue to be to this day, price is downstream from fundamentals. Please, please, please do not make the mistake of just reading a Reddit post or a comment on YouTube saying these coins are dinosaurs, do not invest. Do your own research, think for yourself, and realize every coin at the top has been around for a while. There's a reason why, because they're the best at what they do. And if you think that there's another coin better at what they do than Cardano, Polkadot, and Matic, and Solana, go for it. Invest in that coin instead. But I challenge you to think very critically and not just take someone else's opinion for it. Continue to do your own research and think for yourself. The truth is, these coins are so far down in price, yet the fundamentals are so strong. It makes them amazing buying opportunities that all three of those coins I just mentioned, I think still have at least a 15x, possibly 20x left in them if you were to buy today. But you go ahead and make that decision for yourself. If you guys are enjoying this video, you got to smash that like button, hit subscribe. Before we go, I want to make sure I introduce a partnership that we just started with CoinW. If you're looking to trade and invest in some of these coins that I just talked about, make sure to use our link down below for CoinW. They are a new partner for the channel, but what's really cool is when you sign up Just signing up gets you a free $50. And after you make your first trade, you get another $50. And if you sign up using our link and join our Discord and tell us about your sign up, you can enter to win a weekly giveaway of up to $50 to $100 on CoinW. Make sure you sign up with the link down below. Guys, that's all I have for you in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like, hit subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.